yeah, with Barry, it would have been a different match last Saturday. That's a little bit a pity, but yeah, we can't change it now. We will have today a meeting with the refs about the rules. It's good also for me to have the rules in the league, and yeah, now it's about go forward. I'm very happy he's in the training. He's on the available for Saturday, and this is all what we have to know. And yeah, go forward.
Are you looking forward to having that conversation with the referees? Is that something you've done in any other games so far? And is that something that happens in other countries where officials will speak to coaches and managers?
I think it's a normal process. It was also the same in Germany. You have one times in the first leg, then you will speak with the refs about the rules, maybe about some situations. It's all about have a good communication with them, and then yeah, sometimes you have some question about some decisions, but it's normal. It's not a big process. It's like a normal process. It's good to have a conversation between the refs and the manager. It's all about have a good communication and a good relationship to them, and yeah, that's it.
Do you think you're due a bit of luck as a team because you've had that Watford penalty that was given and then it wasn't given? You've had a red card at Bristol that has since been determined it shouldn't have been a red card. Are you hoping that your luck's going to change?
Yeah, for sure. It's all about when you have some decisions. Then it's about okay, you're thinking about with this decision maybe we can win, but on the other hand, yeah, we have to play the games and we have to accept the decisions from the refs, and then it's about us to show a reaction, and hopefully in the next time maybe we have some 50-50 decisions for us, but this is football. Yeah.
There's also some risk from playing out from the back at times. You know, all teams accept that risk when they do that. It did lead to the red card at the weekend, so have you spoken to the team about how to avoid those kind of mistakes in the future?
Yeah, about the mistakes, we always speak about our style of football, and it means also what we have for principles on the ball, and we spoke about the situation, what we can do better in this case, and yeah, it's about learning. It's about learning process, and okay, if mistakes happens, we have to do it one times, not second times. That's important because then we will improve our game, and yeah, that's it.
I wanted to ask you about your growing popularity with the Sheffield Wednesday fans. Obviously, they sung your name for most of the game against Bristol City, and I noticed you got a big reception on the way out of the stadium onto the team bus after the game. So, how does it make you feel to have been received this way by the supporters?
Yeah, it shows me at first that they are also a little bit happy about our performance in the last 4 weeks. I think this is a good signal, and we are on a process, and yeah, it's good to hear that they are happy with me, but at the end it's all about results. We need good results, we need points, and I'm more happy if we take something on Saturday, then we can sing all together, that's fine, but it's a pleasure for me to be part of this club, and I have the feeling in the city and the stadium that everybody is now on one page, and this is what I like, and yeah, I think we can create good energy with the massive fans, and this is good. And hopefully also on Saturday, I think like against Rotterdam, you had this feeling on the pitch, and beside the pitch there was one group. Everybody was ready to go in this duel, and this is also what we need on Saturday.
What is the key to being a consistently good pressing football team?
Yeah, it's about to play our game 90 minutes or more. This is about what we have to do. This week we spoke also about some principles again in the details. We have to improve in some parts of the games. We press, but it's all about when we have to press, and when we press, how we can press them. It's about be organized and then press in the right moments. For this week it's also a little bit difficult because they have a new manager, and it's not really clear what they want to do, but then it's more about us, and it was also a big topic this week to be prepared for all the situation what could happen. And the training was good. We have 2 very intensive training session on Tuesday and Wednesday, and today it was a little bit more about recovery. It's important that we are fresh tomorrow and then be ready on Saturday.
How much time do you spend planning for your next opponent versus focusing on your own team and structure?
Yeah, normally I start with the opponent on the day off. It means this week on Monday. But it's a special situation because they have a new manager. Then you have to think about, okay, what could be happen, and then it's more about us to look what we have to do and what we can improve, and to be prepared for all of the situation what can be happen in the match.
I want to ask you about a couple of players. How is Josh Windass? Is he available for this game of the weekend?
Yeah, Josh Windass is back in the training today. We will see how good he is tomorrow in the training. And then it's about the performance, and but we will see this tomorrow in the training session. Is a good process, and it's just about look from day to day, and then we will decide tomorrow.
And we saw Marvin Johnson come off the bench on Saturday. How is he coming along? What have you seen from him in training?
Yeah, I think all the players they come in, they had a good impact in the game on Bristol City. They were immediately in the game. It was important for me to see the reaction and also to be strong enough as a group. And Marvin had in his minutes some good action. This is good what I like, and it's also about the training. And yesterday we played in the training also against 11 against 11. And then it was good to get some new impression from some players, and then it's about make the decision on Friday after the training.
You've won your only home game so far. How critical is Hillsborough to try and help you start to claw back the gap to the teams above you, and making sure that you get good results performances at home?
Yeah, at home it's always special with the crowd in the back. But I think in all the matches it doesn't matter it was away or at home. We have a good support from our fans. We played well, but not always successful. And this is now we have to improve. And it starts again on Saturday, the next game. We have to take points, and then it's also about make the next step away. But at the moment it's just a focus for the next game on Saturday at home.
Just a final couple of questions. Are you any closer to making any further staff appointments? I know you get asked about it a lot, but just to check if there's any update there.
Yeah, we have an agreement with the coach, but now it depends a little bit from the other club. We are still in a process, so hopefully we can find a very quick a solution. Then he could be part also next week maybe for us. But also Nicky, the goalkeeper coach from the under 21, did a really good job, and it's also for me important that we keep this relationship to the under 21, and he will be also maybe a part of our group, because I want to have the link to the under 21.
And the other thing I wanted to ask is, there's an international break coming up, so although your main focus is on the game, what will that international break be like for you? Because it's your first one since coming in. Is it a chance to sort of settle in a bit more? Is there a lot of work to be done during that international break? How are you going to sort of treat this period? Yeah, for me it will be an important week. On the one hand, we have to balance a little bit also the load from the players, because now the last 4 weeks it was a huge step forward from a lower intensity now to a big intensity, and it means also that the players have to adapt. But on the other side, I want to have a little bit a small pre-season to work hard on the pitch for some topics, and it will be, I think, a tough week for everybody. It's not about we make a rest, but it's about we have to work on some topics what I have to prepare, and we will do this. And then it's about have a plan from the next. I plan the training now until the end of the month, because it's important to have also a long term
to prepare all the things what we have to do, and yeah, hopefully everybody is ready from the players.
Is that quite a common thing that you do then? Do you sort of plan your training schedule out, weeks in advance?
Yeah, for sure. I have normally I have a little bit topics for the week. Then it's about play against the ball, transition, offensive, defense, play with the ball. It depends also a little bit about the opponent. Maybe you have some weeks they have stronger opponent, then you have to work harder against the ball. And then in other weeks maybe you need a little bit more solutions with the ball, and this is about make the process and create the schedule for the next weeks.
Brilliant. Thanks, Danny. All the best this weekend.
Thank you.
Afternoon, Danny. You alright?
Hey.
Just want to ask you, I know you touched on injuries there. With Juan Delgado, are you sure yet how long he's going to be out for? Like, is Juan going to play again this year, for instance, or are we looking a little bit more long term than that stuff?
No, I think it's a little bit more long term. Yeah, at the moment I can't say anything about the restart. It's a long process, I think, in the next weeks and months.
Right, okay. And what was it he did? I know he said he had a hip operation, but what was the actual problem that he had?
Yeah, I think for the details, I'm not the right man. That's then a medical side, but I know I have a conversation with the doc and the physios and so on about his situation, and this is about we have to, building up something step by step, and it's not about to say come back immediately or something like this. It's about building up something, then it's a step, come back on the pitch, then maybe get some minutes in the under 21, and then he is ready for the first team. But it's still a process, and keep cross the fingers that it will be not so long.
Brilliant. I want to ask you about your technical team. Obviously, you've worked with Sasha before. You've known Henrik a long time. Chris is someone you've dealt with in the past. Now you've got them all in the building. How are they all working together? Have you found it to be a really good dynamic between everybody there now?
I said today to Sasha, I'm very happy and very proud of my coaches, because everybody is very close to each other. It's a good communication. It's also about enjoying the work together. It's about have the same direction now. Everybody understand also what I expect and what I demand from them, and this is what I like. I want to have coaches around me that have also responsibilities and take also some parts of the training and all the things until now they did very well, and it's great to have all the guys here.
And just for the guys that you found there as well, obviously, Rod Leeds that was there when you arrived. We've got the analysts and that kind of thing. Have you been impressed with the standard that they're at as well?
Yeah, for sure. Because everybody, like also the player, was open-minded for the new things, and it's about come immediately in the process, and then now they know also what I demand from them. I have a daily meeting with the medical side, then with the analysts also is every day. Every single day we have a meeting because I demand a lot from them. At the moment we have a lot of meetings with the team, and all the guys are great. I'm very happy with my staff and with all the people around the club, and it's a good energy at the moment, and it's what we need to manage our goals.
And just sort of looking at the squad, you've got a lot of players in there who don't necessarily have the best English. Are they having lessons, like with Jenny Gasama, for instance? Are they having English lessons at the moment to try and help with that communication side?
Yeah, they have English lesson, but also for Gus it's good to have a Bambo here, because he is a good link between us. And then if you show something in the video, it's sometimes easier to understand than just words. And this is also what I have to know about the players. Some players need a little bit more interaction face to face. Some guys need more video. Some guys need more training on the pitch to be in this situation again, and all the things it's about. Have a good training process with the players and to improve them in every single day.
Bambo speaks about 5 languages, right?
Minimum, I think so. Now he's learning German.
Brilliant. Well, at least he can have a translator job as well. Just on the game against Millwall, what are you expecting from them this weekend?
Yeah, it will be interesting. What is the shape? They played with a back four. They played with a back five. Maybe they will looking a little bit more for playing football on the ground. The last time they played very direct. They were very organized against Southampton, very strong in the 4-4-2, with sometimes high pressing, but also sometimes deep pressing. Yeah, I think a lot of things could be happened, but that is the reason why I spoke this week a lot about our performance, about our improvements, and this is important that we looking for our performance this week, and then be well prepared for everything what could be happened.
Just lastly for me, when you came in and you spoke about the intensity of your training sessions, of what you expect in the game, I know that you're big on stats and analysis, and looking at the amount of ground coverage, you know, the pressing game that you play, have you noticed an improvement in the amount of, you know, for instance, the amount of miles that the players are running now since you came in?
Yeah, for sure. When you look to the first games when I arrived, our sprint meters was around 1,200 meters, and against Rotterdam we had over 2,000 meters. It's a big jump if you sprint 800 meters more. Also against Bristol we have 10 man less, also around 1,700 meters in sprinting with 1 man less. You see all the stats goes in the right direction, and it means also okay, we have to be ready on the game day, to be ready to sprint, to be ready and can do the intensity. And this is all about our training during the week, because we want to prepare this what we have to do on the weekend. But also on the other hand, on the other side, I have to look that they have a good recovery, and this is important now. And normally after 4-5 weeks, then you have some injured players. It could be happened, because then the process is a little bit to adapt. And yeah, this is now we have to pay attention. But this is also, we need a big squad in the moment. Everybody has to be ready. Is there an injury player, then the next guy has to come in.
Fantastic. Sorry, just one last one. Just on the injury front, is there any other fresh concerns, or was Josh the only one?
At the moment, it's everything well. Hopefully, it will be until Saturday. But yeah, we have one training session more, and then we will see what's happened.
Lovely. Thanks for your time, Danny. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Danny, how you doing? You okay?
Hey, good to see you.
And you. Just picking up on Josh there, he seems like he's a player that's got the attributes that you might like in several ways. How important is he to what you want to do, and how much of a bonus would it be for him to be fit for Saturday?
Yeah, he is a great player. He has good movements between the lines. He come from the last line. He's a little bit swimming between the lines. It's not so easy to catch him. He has very good deep runs. He has good crosses. All the things what we need for our game, and yeah, it would be good. He is part of our squad, but let's have a look until tomorrow, because tomorrow it's important that he is ready for the training, and then we will have a good feedback from him, and then I can decide.
I wanted to talk about Bambo as well. You've already mentioned his importance in terms of getting your message across. But you know, as a player and as a personality, he strikes me as a leader back there.
Yeah, I think at the moment I'm very happy with our back three. You see also the improvements. It is not just about be aggressive against the ball. We have a lot of speed. This is very good for us, because then when we press high, then we have a good rest defense with our guys. But it's also, you see the improvement now. They are a little bit calmer on the ball. They find solution between the lines. And this after just 4 weeks, I think this is a massive step forward. And yeah, and it's important that I see the improvements from all our center backs, and it's good to notice. And yeah, but it's still a process. We have some details we have to improve, and we will do this in the next weeks. But the direction, it's right.
Good stuff. As you said, we're sort of a month or so in. How are you enjoying being a manager? How are you enjoying being the main man? Obviously different responsibilities, talking to us idiots and all the rest of it. How are you enjoying all this?
Honestly, when I look back to the first press conference until today, then I spoke about the dream becomes true, and that's it. I enjoy this every single day because I have a good group around me. I have good coaches. I have a team. He is able to do also the things what I expect from them, and all the things. I have massive fans behind us, and I enjoy the every single day to be part of this club, and I'm looking forward to the next match. For me, it's every day when I wake up, then I'm happy to go to the training center, to be here, to work hard, and all the things are good, and I like this.
Has anything been a little different to how you expected it? Has anything taken you by surprise at all?
Yeah, always if you take a team over, then you always it's not really clear what you can expect from them and what you can demand immediately. But for me, it was a little bit surprised that the team is able to do all the things what I demand from them, and this is good to see. And hopefully also on Saturday that we see it again, and then hopefully also with good points for us.
Touching on something you spoke about with Joe there, we know how important analysis is to you. In terms of Richard and Liam and the work that they've done, they've been at the club for a little while. How has it been working with them? What different things have you asked from them?
Yeah, okay, I cannot speak about the past, but I can just speak about my process. I want to have a post-match analysis. It means it's maybe very often I do this by myself because it's important to have a feedback immediately from the game. But then it's also about get information about the opponent. Then it's about prepare individual meetings, because I want to have also the one face-to-face meetings with them to show what was good, what was not good. Then it's about paint some clips to show highlights, what is important in these clips. Prepare some animations to show the players what they have to do on the pitch. And it's a lot of stuff. Then it's also for me to develop a database about our philosophy here, to building up something for the club, maybe also for the future. It's not about just the next match. It's also about speaking about a long term, to create something, to create the identity of the club. I think at the moment it's also the link to the academy, to the under 21. It's fantastic. I saw also in the last 2 games there's also the step forward what I need and what I like to do. Then it's good if the player do this in the under 21. They do maybe the same like in the first team, and it's much easier to take them to the first team. It's about to building up something here. We spoke about to create the identity, and I think at the moment we are on the right process, but we have to take points for the short term, that's for sure.
It's not long now before you get questions about transfers every time we speak. We're heading towards January. How important is it to you that there is a head of recruitment or someone in that role before we get to, in the coming weeks, I guess?
Yeah, for sure. It's a key position for me also. But I'm honestly I have a good communication at the moment with the Sherman. We speak very often about this topic, and hopefully we will find a quick solution, and then we can prepare the January window. Everybody knows this. It's important that we also be there, make the next step as a club. But for me, at the moment it's good to have the support and also the good feedback. And then it's about that we have to choose the right person for the club, and also for my philosophy that we have a good match for both sides. And I think we will get someone hopefully in the next weeks.
Do you have any players in mind already? Have you been making your shopping list?
Yeah, at the moment it's about, okay, maybe some positions you have to think about. Some position we have 5, 6 players, and some position just 1, 2, and then it's about to balance the squad. But we will prepare this in the next weeks, and then we have to start also the January window.
You spoke about luck and maybe your lack of it in the first few games. What are the German customs and little things that you might do to superstitions and that sort of thing to change your luck?
Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, but I think it's on the match day. Always sometimes before the match I do a little bit sports. Sometimes like this. It's about how's the feeling after the first defeat. I changed my shoes. I started with white shoes. Now I have black shoes. Yeah, all the things. I try to get points, but it's about our performance on the pitch, and if we do our things right, and then it's also to earn something. Yeah, at the moment we play well, and everybody said okay, the direction is good, but we have also to earn something, and it means in some situation we have to score, we have to protect our goal, and this is important that we earn something that at the end.
Great stuff. It's nearly time for Joe to put his Christmas jumper on. I'll let you ask people at the club what that means. That'll bring good luck, I think. Thanks very much, Danny.
Thank you.
Hey Danny, you okay?
Hey.
Jenny Gassama played really well last week. Obviously a bit unfortunate that he came off at half time. Is it about being patient with him because of his age?
Yeah, I think it's on Saturday it was just also for the tactical things. We have to change something with one man less, but it's also about we have to push him, we have to develop him in all phases. It's not about just football, it's also about his body to be ready to go with this intensity 90 minutes. He's open-minded. Then he is also learning English and English better. He takes more hours now by the English teacher, and this is good. This is important because he has to understand my game, our game, and it's not about the age. It's about be ready as a player as soon as possible, and we will help them on this way.
You allowed Jay Glover to go out on loan this week. Also Luke Jackson. Is that the plan for you to make more of the under 21s experience, loan spells?
Yeah, I think it's always important that they get also some experience in a senior game. I think it's different than to the under 21 game, but we all was a good communication with Steven, and we decided that is maybe the best step for the players to improve them, and this is what we have to do as a club, to improve the players and then to make them ready for the first team.
And just staying on that theme, Kieran Brennan is a little bit older. I think he's 23. What's his situation? Do you see him being loaned out or potentially, come January? Where do you see his future?
I will. Next week we will have a meeting also with the academy. We will speak about all the potential from the players from the under 21. A national break is always good to take some players to the first team, to train with the first team, and then I will see something. Neil is by every match from the under 21 also there to watch the players and they give me a good feedback, and I see the direction, also the improvement in the under 21, because they know what I demand from them. They have to sprint, they have to play intensive football, they have to press, and all the things it's good that we are very close to each other.
So I want to ask you about Liam Palmer. He's not played for you yet. He's not featured yet in any of your 4 games. Where do you kind of see him at fitness-wise, and is he ready to come in if chosen? Yeah,
Liam, his reaction was in the last 2 weeks fantastic. I know it's not easy for a player. He has so much successful here in this club and is part of this club for a long term. But he knows what I demand from him, and also this week he showed that he is ready. He wants to be back, and he wants to be part of the squad. And you see, if you have an injured player, maybe he's then the next he comes in, and that's football. If you have a big squad, then you have sometimes wait for the next moment, but it's important that you work for the next moment.
Obviously, primarily he's a defender, a right back, but he's played central midfield as well. He played it last season during the promotion. Do you potentially see him in midfield, or do you see him as just a defender?
At the moment, it's just a defender. But yeah, sometimes in the games something happens, and then you have to decide. Okay, maybe who's the guy who can be part in this position. But yeah, I see him more as a defender.
Yeah. And just lastly, Davis and Deschamps, are they going away with their international teams? Have they been called up, or will they be staying with you?
Yeah, I think they will go, but the final decision, it's now we have Thursday. Sometimes it could be happen that maybe there's a stop, but I expect that they will go with the national team.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny. See you Saturday.
Thank you.
Hello, Danny. Hope you well.
Hey.
Okay. I was just wondering, your side's got some difficult statistics, but your defensive record at home is quite good. You've only conceded 8 goals all season at home. That gives you a good foundation, and that's something to build on, isn't it? I mean, there's quite a lot of teams that have worse statistics in that regard.
Yeah, for sure. I think our performance in the defense is okay, but we have to improve our performance in the offense. This is, I think, for me also a key. But if we play well against the ball and have good ball winning situation, then we can create also offensive good situation. And then it's about be ready and be a finisher to score. It's about scoring. Then when you see now that our XG is also higher than in the past, it shows the direction. We create more and more chances. But then we have also to earn something, and it means we have to be a finisher in the last third.
Yeah, and in the second half of games at home, it's been difficult in particular, hasn't it, to get goals?
Yeah, for sure. But I think it's always in this league you have to be very strong in both halves and in about 90 minutes. And if you do this, then you can earn something. If not, then it's not good enough. Yeah.
In terms of your defensive options, do you like things to be consistent and if the sort of same personnel, and keep your defensive structure and personnel if possible?
Yeah, at the moment I'm very happy with the performance, and I see the improvements from the players, and it means I can believe in them, and I see the potential. And then it makes no sense to change something in this area, because then they can look to each other, they find a good distance to each other, they be linked to each other, and all the things. It's good to see.
You're going to have a small pre-season, but will you use the time in the break to maybe get to know the players more socially, and maybe have a meal, something like that, to get to know some of the personalities more? Because that's maybe part of it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about in the pre-season, it's all about have good training session, but also off the pitch to have some feedback talks. I will do this in the next 2 weeks. I will speak with nearly every player. I will prepare this now to give them a feedback about the last 4 weeks, that they have to know where's the position in the squad and what they can improve and where's the potential. Yeah, that's important, but it's also important that our group, our players, maybe have also a good evening together to building up a good team.
Yeah, and just finally, tell us about your relationship with your captain, Barry. He's a massive influence and figure at this football club on and off the pitch. You've built a good relationship quickly. Yeah,
for sure. It's important that I have a talk with the captain, and he knows the club. He is very able to do also my style of football. He can keep the ball. He is smart on the pitch. He understands the football, and it's about to create a good relationship with him. But it's also about it's not about just on myself that I create a good relationship with the players. It's also about my staff, and I think we are on a good way. And it's about have a good communication, show them what we want to do, how we want to do it. And yeah, he's always a big part for me to have a link to the players, to the locker room. And if there are some topics, then I will go to him and we will speak.
Yeah, because he's a serious, intense guy. He loves his football, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. He understands. He's looking for what I did in the meeting and what we speak about this, and this is good.
Yeah, very best of luck, Danny. Thank you.
Thank you so much.